The Arizona desert is stunning. I could happily get lost in this place for days, as long as I've got water and a good hat, of course. But if you're a reptile lover, this environment is pure heaven for a slew of species. It's the very reason so many of us in the hobby have made this their backyard. Hey, what's going on? Kenan here. I'm stoked to be in Phoenix. I'm hanging out with Drew Rheinhardt in his backyard. We're going to take a look at his collection, find out a little bit about what he does with the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group. But these aren't tortoises. Hang on. You're going to have a fun time today. As a pro bike rider, action sports announcer, and off-road adventurer, I'm always on the go. But for my true passion as a reptile breeder, I created my own sanctuary in South Florida. This is Kamp Kenan. So I'm really psyched to be actually holding some Chuckwallas, and these are the Angel Island Chuckwallas?
These are Angel Island, and this is San Esteban Island.
All right, man, so you're kind of like me. You're a turtle and tortoise dude that actually loves all kinds of reptiles, and lizards in particular. So talk to me a little bit about how you acquired these, and you know, what's their life history like?
These guys come from Baja. Well, actually two of the islands off of Baja, San Esteban Island and Angel Island. Okay. Strictly herbivorous. Lots of plants, lots of flowers. They like it hot, and they like to live in rock crevices.
All right, awesome. They're just like, you know, Chuckwallas. I lived in Vegas for a little while, and I always try and grab the Chuckwallas to kind of get a better look at them. But these guys are so amazing because they'll get into those crevices, and then they can just inflate themselves to keep from getting extracted. I lived in Vegas for a little while, and there's a species of Chuckwalla out there where I'd go to Red Rock, I'd try and, you know, photograph them and catch them. But they're super fast. These guys are chilling out really nicely. I mean, these Angel Islands seem like they're an amazing kind of pet iguana.
Yeah, very relaxed, whereas the San Esteban is super intense.
Okay, and that's this
real
one
flighty. Yeah, real flighty. They want to bite. I've never been bit by Hispidus. I've never even had one offer to bite.
That's super rad, man. So now, as far as these guys, these are actually a member of the iguana family, and you know, as most New World lizards are. But I really have never had my hands on them, and then you can kind of just take a look at these scales right in front of their ear, really dramatic. And what's the another common name for this animal?
Spiny Chuckwalla.
The spiny Chuckwalla. All right, man. Very cool. Well, I know you have some more that we want to see. Maybe we'll take a look at some tortoises next, but I love lizards, man. Thanks for sharing these with me. Let's get moving, get these back and get going. All right, here's something I'm familiar with, but there's another type of star tortoise that I want to be more familiar with, and that is the Burmese Star Tortoise. And here's an Indian Star Tortoise, which I have at home. Now, I got problems because, you know, the Indian Stars just don't really like that humidity. Out here in Phoenix, very dry. Right. I've heard that the Platinoider are just, the Burmese Star Tortoise is much more hardy with those kind of conditions. What are your feelings on that, man? I
think they'll both tolerate it, but I definitely think the Burmese will do better with the higher humidity than the Indian Star. Okay, gotcha. Now, can you go over some of the differences for the people out there that want to know the difference between an Indian Star and a Burmese Star? Like, what are we looking at? One obvious difference is obviously the size. Okay. Indian Stars never reach the size of a Burmese Star. I mean, a Burmese Star is usually twice the size of an Indian. Also, if you flip that one over, you'll see the plastro color is it's more darker here. Definitely different. Okay, yeah. The pattern continues on the belly of an Indian Star and not on the belly of a Burmese. Ah, gotcha. All right. Now, in Burma, these are actually. Oops, she's just a little bit upset about being flipped upside down. Sorry, sweetie, and we'll get you some water. In the wild, you'd never want to reach out and pick up a desert tortoise or any tortoise like that because they'll void the contents of their bladder, and then when you put them back down, they may have just gotten rid of a lot of the moisture that they need to survive. Here, obviously, it's a different situation. These animals are always offered water, so they'll be okay. But now with the Burmese Stars, these guys were in serious decline in their native habitat. They're still in serious decline, right. Yeah. And there is no protection or management plan in their native habitat. Okay. They're being bred readily in captivity, so they'd be a good candidate for reintroduction. but the first thing that needs to be done is some sort of protection in their home range.
Gotcha, because what'll happen is you can breed all you want, and unfortunately, because there's not enough you know, protection there, rangers, things like that to monitor these places where these animals are found, they're just getting brought right into the illegal pet trade or the food trade, and also the ornamentation. They make jewelry out of the shells and so on, and that's a big problem, man, for this species.
Absolutely.
But you produce these.
Correct. Both species.
Both species. Well, I would love to see some babies, man.
Let's go inside, we can see some babies.
Fantastic. We'll let these guys go and get a little drink, and I'm really excited because I'm going to be hitting him up for some babies. So this is the reward for actually being able to provide these Burmese stars with the adequate needs, huh?
Right.
Some babies, man.
We got a few babies here.
Oh my God, I gotta get my hands on some of these. Look at this. Now, when were these guys hatched?
These were this year. These hatched in August.
No way. That's incredible, man. They already got some great size in just a few months, huh?
It doesn't take long.
You really think these are the hardiest of the star tortoises?
Absolutely.
Oh man, now so, you know, this is fantastic. Talk to me a little bit about, you know, what the TTPG is, its mission statement, and what you guys are all about.
Our mission is to reproduce and save the world's turtles through captive propagation.
Okay.
Their range country work is fine. There's other groups that do that, but we believe breeding them and having assurance colonies here in the US is probably the only positive way that we can be certain they're saved. So we need to get these out into as many competent breeders' collections as we can and get the animals where they need to be under optimum conditions and get as many babies as we can get.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And you guys have heard me talk over and over and over again about getting captive bred animals, because these animals are going to be more robust, healthier, and you're not going to stress those wild populations. So that's fantastic. It's amazing to sit here and spend a lot of time with you today, and I appreciate it. And I know you got a lot of work to do because you also do the Phoenix Reptile Expo.
Absolutely. It's the largest show in Arizona, and we are captive bred focused. Most of the animals sold at the show are captive bred. We also do a 3-day education event with the TTPG prior to the Reptile Expo every year.
Cool.
And we also have a big charity auction that benefits USARK and the TTPG.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to see about getting a few of these from this man. And in the meantime, we'll leave you with a couple more shots of some amazing tortoises. Thanks for watching.
And as always, we have another bonus video for you this week. So if you're interested in seeing Drew's crazy Moroccan helmeted geckos, be sure to also check out the Kamp Kenan channel on YouTube and become a subscriber today.